Delaware Stars for Early Learning has actually recognized the Latin American Community Center for the highest quality award you can get through its program. I have here with me Melissa Brown, who's going to tell us a little bit about the early learning programs provided at the Latin American Community Center and the process it took for them to actually get recognized by these two awards from the program, the Delaware Stars for Early Success. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's wonderful having you. Let's start off with the actual program, Delaware Stars for Early Success. It's a quality rating and improvement system administered by the Delaware Department of Education. And from my understanding, there are vigorous things that they go through to actually give you a level 5 star, and that's what you received at the Latin American Community Center?
Yes, that is correct. There is everything from the environment of the classroom to the way in which teachers are interacting with students, as well as just really minute things such as the way things are cleaned and the way things are stored, and kind of procedural stuff in which we interact with families and in which we interact with our students.
Yes, those were the 4 components. For those who are unaware, it's a Ringman process here, but the involvement with and partnership with the family, the community, you have the curriculum, you have professional development for the teachers.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the environment. You
Sure.
received a level 5, so give us a picture of what the environment's like for these children at the LACC Learning Center.
Sure. So this has been a 2-year journey for the Latin American Community Center, in which we really took, as leadership at the LACC, a hard look kind of at what our students needed and what that would take to get to this Star 5 level. 2 of the things that we made decisions about were, 1, the language of instruction. So our birth through 2-year-olds actually are full Spanish immersion. They learn in Spanish all day, and their teachers only speak Spanish to them, and that is for students who are both native and non-native speakers who are in our program. They do transition to a dual language model actually in their pre-K3 classroom and continue that in their pre-K4 classroom. This was a decision based on the fact that we could not guarantee that all kids would be going to dual language schools or to Spanish-speaking schools once they entered elementary school. So we thought that period would give them the transition for those specifically who are native Spanish speakers to attain their English proficiency that they would need in the school environment.
Okay.
And then additionally, we actually adopted the expeditionary learning model, which is a project-based approach to instruction, and it's a part of a network of 160 schools across the country. The Latin American Community Center is actually the first Birth to 5 program. There are some pre-K programs, but we are the first within the network to implement this with our youngest learners.
And this is a high achievement for the Latin American Community Center. As you mentioned, it's only been 2 years, and previously the center had received a number 2, and now it's number 5, but for 2 different programs. So can you speak about the ECAT and the EDC programs offered at LACC?
So ECAP actually stands for Early Childhood Assistance Program, which is the state-funded version of Head Start. So we follow all the Head Start guidelines, and that is actually a funding stream. So there is a certain percentage of our kids who qualify for that program, but the ECAP program is actually within our Early Development Center. So they're licensed separately, but they run the exact same programs within them. So we went through that process with both of those programs.
And as the Vice President for the Life Learning Department, what does this mean for your center to receive such an award twice in 1 year?
So, I mean, I think, obviously there are the benefits that are received through the Delaware Star system, financial incentives, but at the end of the day, I think the most important thing is that we are providing our kids high quality early learning that's going to prepare them for the elementary and middle and high school environments that they're entering into. We're in a time in education where standards are increasing, and it's really important for the kids who come through our program that they walk in the doors of their elementary schools prepared and ready to learn and excited about learning, and that's one of the reasons why expeditionary learning is such a great model for us to implement.
And it is a great model. And speaking about quality education, what are some of the improvements you feel the center made to jump from a 2 to a 5-star level?
Sure. So there's a huge commitment from teachers. A lot of our teachers are going back to school. They're really committed to making sure that they're improving themselves as teachers and their commitment to their kids. We've also really worked hard to ensure that the teachers are getting the support. So we actually have instructional coaches now that work on a regular basis with our teachers to give them feedback and to work on lesson plans with them, and really not from a negative evaluation standpoint, but provide them feedback so that they're able to improve their practice.
And why should a parent bring their child to this quality 5-star program?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a really unique place in which we are providing a service that not many other early development centers, specifically in the city, have, in terms of just our teachers are really passionate about what they do. You know, the children are gaining that proficiency in both Spanish and English, and you know, they're in an environment in which the kids really get to direct their learning in a project-based environment.
Wonderful. And if a parent wanted to have their child involved in these programs offered at the LACC, what should they do?
Sure. So if you go to our website, www.thelatincenter.org, you can find applications on our early development homepage.
Well, thank you so much, Melissa. And on behalf of all of us here at WITN Channel 22, I'm Yesenia Taveras. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.